Hello everyone, this is mooncake Banh Trung Thu. The fillings are a combination of mung beans and durian or jackfruit. There are a variety of flavors to the fillings and you can make it with trail mix. The store-bought ones usually have an egg in the middle. Traditionally, mooncakes are eaten during the Mid-Autumn Festival and you can turn them into gifts for friends and relatives. I can eat this anytime during the year. It's the perfect companion with my cup of coffee in the morning or a glass of wine toward the end of the day, or just a pick-me-up snack somewhere during the midday. And in this video, I will show you how to make two different kinds of fillings, durian and jackfruit, and how to put them all together. So stay tuned. Okay, to begin the fillings, you want to use mung beans. This is the brand that I like to use. It has a Ziploc zipper, so I can close it if you don't use the full bag. And then just soak it in water for 2 hours before you put it in the steamer. The mung beans have been soaking in water for 2 hours. I'm just going to rinse it out, drain it, and transfer it into another bowl and put it in the steamer and cook that for 30 minutes. And I put in 2 tablespoons of sugar and a pinch of salt and just mix it well here. What I'm going to do is transfer it into a steamer rack here. Put this down and then put this over the steamer, over the lid, and this needs to go for 30 minutes. So this is what our steamed mung beans look like. I tasted it and it's perfectly cooked, so I'm just going to take it out and let it cool, and then transfer half of it into the blender to mix it with jackfruit, and the other half I'm going to mix it with saring, which is durian fruit. I'm going to go ahead and add in 2 tablespoons of the cooked rice flour. And then I'm going to add in the jackfruit, 1 pound of the jackfruit. So if you don't have one of these guys, invest one of these guys. I have a little bit over a pound, so these are the leftover. Guess I'll do that. 1 can of the coconut milk. Let's see if this blends better this time. And similar to the durian, the recipe called for 1/3 cup of sugar, but I'm going to add a little bit less than 1/3. Less than 1/3. Put this. Turn it on. Not quite sure if you can see this. Durian, I want to smush it. Get this smush up here. Okay. About close to 1/3. I'm gonna go ahead and reserve the rest of the sugar because I'm using durian. Durian is already sweet already, so I don't want to add too much sugar, but I'm gonna taste it as I go. Go ahead and start cooking the mung bean and durian paste together. I'll put in oils the pan generously, and then I'm going to pour in the paste that we have made. Try to get everything in here. Start mixing this up. This is the labor intensive part here. Okay, so I was not kidding when I said that this recipe is very labor intensive, but it's worthwhile because mooncake is delicious. I love the taste of mooncake, especially the mung bean and durian combination, so it's worth it. Plus it's lockdown time, so I have plenty of time to do this. So I've been doing this for the past 30 minutes. The paste is coming together, it's getting thick. So this is exactly what I want the paste to look like. Probably for another 30 seconds or so. This should be done. Constantly have to stir this. I'm pretty sure there is a more efficient way of doing this, but I have not discovered that. So, and that's okay. I'm willing to do the work. It's the weekend, so, and it's almost almost time for the Mid-Autumn Festival, so I would like to have mooncake available to gift to friends, family members. So this is, it's forming nicely, it's getting thick. So as you can see when I do this, it's getting thick. So I'm going to transfer it to a container and then put that in the refrigerator, let that cool so I can work with it. But yeah, so this is our mung bean and durian paste. So transfer this to, oh, almost got dropped. It's lucky, huh? Almost got that all over the floor. Make the dough for the baked mooncake. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the liquid and get that going first. And the first thing I'm gonna do is add 3/4 cup of the golden syrup. Get this in here. I want all this syrup to come out here. Okay. And we want 6 tablespoons of oil. I'm using peanut oil. 6 tablespoons of peanut oil. That's 3. 4, 5, 6, hopefully that's 6, lost count after 3. Okay, 1 teaspoon of the lye water, and go ahead and put this down, lock this, and turn it on. Pretty good. You can mix this by hand. I don't use this mixer very often, so any excuses I can to use this, I will. Just want to make sure that I scrape off all the side here. Get that the bottom part to mix up really well. Then I'm gonna add in 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour. And for the flour, I want to sift this. You have a faster way of sifting through the flour. Please leave a comment below and let me know. I'm not a baker, so this is how I sift the flour. Probably not the most efficient way, but so after the flours are added, turn on the mixer again. I want to make sure that anything that gets to the side, I'm going to go in and scoot it down. Let me turn that off here. Make sure that's off. Moving that all the way down. I want a plastic wrap. So I can have a plastic wrap so I can store this in the refrigerator. I want to let the dough rest in the refrigerator for a period of 2 hours before I can work with it. So I think this is pretty good. Unlock it. So this is our dough right here. So I'm just gonna knead it by hand. Just gonna knead it by hand for a little bit and then drop it in a plastic wrap and put this in the fridge. So make sure I get all the stuff down there. Alright. Got it all over my shirt. Alright, so I am good. Put this over here. Wrap this up. Okay, so I'll drop this in the refrigerator and let that sit for 2 hours.
Into a circle like this, and it doesn't have to be perfect because it's going to go inside a mold. I'm going to press down into a square, so drop it down like this, and this mold has 4 squares, so it's not circle, so you press it down so that way it'll go into each of the corner and press it pretty hard, and then the leftover want that extra flour to go in there. That's going to be the floor of the mung bean cake. So I'm going to press it down into the board, and I lay the parchment paper down on the floor. I want to press it really hard while I have the mold down here to imprint the design on the mung bean. Press it down really hard and then gently just lift it up. This is our design right here, and I have all of these done right here, so I'm just covering it up with a teeth cloth so that way it won't get all dry up. So this is our mooncake ready to go. This is our mooncake. I am going to put this in the oven. I have oven preheat at 400. So before I put it in the oven, I'm gonna go ahead and spray it with a bottle of water just to keep it moist. I'm gonna stick this in the oven for 5 minutes. Then I'm gonna take it out, let it cool, and I'm gonna apply an egg wash on it. Okay, so 5 minutes. So in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and make an egg wash. Crack an egg. Here, I only want the yolk of the egg. Okay. The egg white, I'm going to save that for scrambled egg tomorrow. And then I'm adding in 1 tablespoon of water. And mix that really well. Actually, and then I'm going to go ahead and strain it out. All I have left should be just the pure egg yolk without any of the residue stuff. There's 2 of the mooncake that I did not put in the mold correctly, so the design didn't come out as the way that I wanted to. That's okay. I will eat that one. The rest, I plan to gift these to friends, family member. But for the Chinese, the Mid-Autumn festival is more family gathering. And for us Vietnamese, I recall Banh Trung Thu, which is the Mid-Autumn festival, is more for kids. Kids playing or putting on a skit, playing with a Latin.
kids are at home. Matthew's the last kid and he just went off to college. So no kids are around. I'm making this, not for me, I can't eat them all. These are sweet. If I eat them all, I'll be 300 pounds. I will eat one or two, maybe the defective one. I want to make sure I coat it very generously, but not to ruin the design. I want to coat the outside because I want the outside to have that brownish-ish color. Put this back in the oven. Should I open this? Set this for 10 minutes. Ooh. I don't know if you can see this, but this looks delicious. Wow. Want this to stop cooking. So I want to move this. I'm very happy with these. This looks delicious.